Hi, I'm Peter, and today I would like to talk about the benefits of fair data, and especially from my side, and that is the user perspective. It's always useful to start looking at the value chain of ocean observations. Now, this pyramid sort of explains like the process from sort of the fundamental science, which is sort of indicated by the research vessels, the seagoing scientists, and the instrumentation at the bottom, which collects the measurements that are then synthesized in global databases like the SOCAT database or the GLODAP database, where the largest two collections of surface carbonate data in the ocean and interior carbonate data in the ocean, which are then available for data modelers like myself. So I'm sitting in the third step of this pyramid. So we use this information that is sort of collected and synthesized in this open databases to upscale them and then make assessments of the air CO2 flux, for example. And these feed then directly into assessment reports, like, for example, the Global Carbon Budget, which comes out every year from the Global Carbon Project, or the IPCC reports that don't appear that frequent. So if we were to not have fair data, from my point of view, we would not be able to regularly update the CO2 flux estimates. So this sort of information flow from the bottom of this pyramid to the top of the pyramid would suffer. Because as a data scientist, we rely on these measurements. So in the end, what we do is we take all the information that we can get, and which is sort of available now through fair data principles in these databases, process them, do our magic, fill data gaps, and then estimate the CO2 flux. And we can do that every year because these large databases are now regularly updated as well. And again, every year under the same principles made available, following like the same rigorous standards with very good documentation. Now, once we sort of this flow would stop, we would also not be able then to have this CO2 flux products ready available for these assessment studies. And what that would mean is sort of best illustrated in this next figure, which shows the current CO2 flux best estimate from the Global Carbon Budget. And now you see that on the bottom of this graph, not only the information on the available observations is included in the first place, but you see also these turquoise lighter lines, which are all various different data products which rely on the fair data flow from the bottom of the value chain to this third step, so we can do data modeling. So essentially, if this flow would be interrupted, if data were not available on a fair basis, we would still rely on global ocean process models to tell us the best guess air CO2 flux. So in summary, I have sort of two conclusions. One from the benefits of a user of fair data, and on the other hand also from a user making data and fair principles available myself. Starting with the benefits as a user is obviously that we have not only with easy access, but we also have sort of well-documented data products. So it's not only that it's there and available, but it's also sort of we know who created it, we know who to contact, and that also fosters collaboration. So I don't see the users of fair data not as people that sort of work behind closed doors, take data, and then go do publications without without acknowledging the data providers, but rather I see it as a means to foster collaboration. Likewise, when you publish data following fair principles yourself, you are in most cases already required to do so. So some journals wouldn't even allow you to create data product, discuss it, publish it without making it available following fair principles. But you should also not forget that having these sort of open principles also helps you to increase the visibility of your research, which in the end also helps your statistics by increasing, for example, the citations of your research. And again, once you make your data available and people will start using them, you might foster collaboration. So from my point of view, making my data available has helped me foster a lot of collaborations, and I would still wouldn't do anything else but continue using fair principles. Thank you very much.